Hello everyone, hope everyone's having a marvelous day. I put in my Instagram stories, ask me questions, and so I had a few great questions that I wanted to answer to each and every one of you here, and I'm really excited to have gotten them. So first and foremost, I hope everyone is safe, I hope everyone is happy, and have your gratitude list, and let's all keep our vibrations high. I know in a time of this type of event, it's not easy to, but it is best to keep it high because that will bring in better things into your life. So with that being said, I'll start with the first question. What has been the hardest thing you've struggled with through your journey? That is an amazing question, by the way. Thank you very much for that question. So, through my journey in life, let's say it that way, and through my journey with putting myself out there and deciding to share my thoughts, my passions, through the whole thing, the one thing I always struggled with myself is my emotions. So we are emotional creatures. We are filled with love, with anger, with fear, with pain, with happiness, with love. We're filled with all these emotions that they come in rushing. Some people are good with controlling their emotions or maybe hiding their emotions. Some people are good at acting as if they're not there. But along with that, there comes a time when you become explosive because all those emotions are either revealed to you within your physical body or within a point of time where you just explode. So all those emotions are energy. They're energy that need to be released in some form of way. And I feel emotions are used to propel us, to push us to do what we need to do in life, to make decisions that we need to do in life. And with emotions, you have to realize that it's very important to respond and not to react. Respond because with response, it gives you time for you to think, time for you to relieve those high emotions and think logically. Think without a way where you could regret because you made that decision. But when you make a decision, do not regret it. Once you make a decision, you have to really put your foot down and just go for it and just decide on it. But if it's a decision where you find out that you made a wrong choice, you have to be mature, wise, and adult enough to realize that that was not the right thing to do, and say, I am wrong, I apologize, and change the way that you are tackling that situation, right? So that's why we have to respond, because we don't want to be in that point where we have to go back and apologize. It's good to apologize. Failure is growth. But a decision that's done out of reaction could hurt a lot of people, could create a negative impact. So before saying something, before acting on something, before doing that, you have to take a step back and you have to be observant of the situation. You have to look at it at a higher point. You have to look at it and then analyze it. So emotions for me have been a struggle, and as I've gotten older, I thought I could get more of control of it, but no, actually newer things come to me, things that I've never been through in my life, and so it's exploded and it's bursted into all these types of emotions that I truly never thought I would have before, thinking that I am older, so I am wiser. But every day we're learning, every day we're students. We never stop learning. So how did I combat? How did I control? All right, so I looked within. I looked within and I realized that I needed to work on myself. I needed a lot of personal development. I needed the right types of people to be around me to speak the language that I needed to learn how to speak. I needed my environment to propel me into the person I needed to become, and still is becoming, because it's always a work in progress. It is something that takes time. It is something that you are not only going to do it right then and there. And unless you have a eureka moment, let's not take that away. Like a moment where it just hits you, but then you work on it, right? So with love, everything heals. Everything heals with love and peace. At the end of the day, you have to learn how to love yourself so much that you are your only fan. You have to learn how to protect yourself. You could be your worst enemy, or you could be your best friend. Nobody else can love or hate you the way you do it yourself. So by loving yourself, by realizing that you are amazing, you are perfect, the way that God has made you. You are complete. You have all that inside of you, that all you got to learn is how to use those things that you have. Focus your energy on the right things. By focusing your energy on the right things, your manifestations will come to life. You know, if you have a situation where you're not happy with someone and that person is taking your energy and draining it, you have to realize that you have to let it go. It is important to let go of things that do not serve you. Once you let go of things that do not serve you, you will make space for things that will serve you. Right? In life, you'll always have something, you'll always have like that rock in your shoe. You know, when you're walking and there's something that's bothering you, a rock, realize that there'll be, most of the time in your life, you'll always have that rock in your shoe. You have to learn how to walk with it. Eventually, it will come out and you walk amazingly and comforting. But realize that that rock in your shoe needs to go back in there to teach you how to learn how to grow, because pain teaches you how to grow. Honestly, I'm going through a really rough time right now in regards to not the virus. It does play in part with that, but it's not the virus itself, the situation, and it's been the most difficult time ever. But you have to learn how to use it to your benefit. God is teaching you something. God is teaching you ways that you could empower yourself, so that way you could empower others that truly deserve it. Realize that as good as you could be, you could only be good to those that really appreciate and value you. Those that are not good for you, you must let them go. You must release them. Right? You cannot hold them with anger and hatred. You cannot hold them with any other feeling but release them. So yes, that question, emotions, has been what I've been struggling with. I think it'll always be some struggle because we are an emotional human being. We all are. It's just knowing that you realize that they're there. You reflect on them. You meditate, you place great music in your house hurts. You heal yourself by looking within, by listening to the right words, by listening to others that you know have the best interest in you, by providing yourself with the environment that you deserve, the growth environment. And where your energy goes is where your manifestations will go. Do not let yourself be drained. I could go on and on. That was an amazing, wonderful question. The second question that I had, what celebrity would you like to meet at Starbucks for a cup of coffee? Honestly, I don't think celebrities have given me anything at all. I don't know any celebrity that has done anything empowering and impactful to the world. Fortunately, yes, I can't Celebrity for me, what is it? A movie star? No. I mean, honestly, the only person that I would love to meet would be Bob Proctor. Bob Proctor is an amazing mentor. I've noticed how he has mentored others and has changed their lives. And I know for a fact if I sit down with him and he mentors me, myself would become an amazing person. I have all this unlimited power in me, but just knowing how to tap into it, I know for a fact I will be transformative. So I've always have visioned myself meeting Bob Proctor, being mentored by Bob Proctor. This is a man who has studied for 26 years, Think and Grow Rich, and is a man of a lot of power in his mindset, in his way of thinking. And so that's the type of people that I want to meet and have a cup of coffee at Starbucks, but not only a cup of coffee, have a type of mentorship. I'm looking for people that add value to other people's lives, that impact lives. Those are my celebrities. Those are the people I look up to. I truly feel it this way because I feel that if you don't impact the world in a positive way, if you don't put value with the people and the world, if you don't change the world, then what are you doing? You need to first change your world within yourself in order to help others. You need to build yourself up inside in order to help others, because there are evil people out there who do not feel good about themselves on the inside, and then they hurt, and then they cause a lot of problems outside the world. Those people are the negative people in this world that need to change. All right, so with that being said, really choose the person that you really want to emulate, that you really want to follow. Do not follow that person that really does not give anything into your life, because basically you'll become that person, because that is what your vision sees. That is what your energy will follow. So really choose wisely who you speak to, who you follow, who you talk to, because that really is going to feed into your eyes, your ears, and how they speak will definitely affect you. So definitely be smart in choosing which person you want to look up to, or in my case would be a mentor. Definitely not a celebrity. No, thank you. What motivates you in life? What motivates me in life is the fact that I want to keep growing, keep learning. I want to keep my knowledge going. What motivates me is building myself up. By building myself up, that creates something in me, some stability, some form of strength, right? And so I feel when you build yourself up, that motivates me. The more I build myself up, the more I learn, the more I focus on my skills, no one can take that from me. Not even the most powerful person. And the more you learn how to protect your mind, no one can affect your mind. No one. By learning how to keep your mindset into a point where you could truly be expandable, by learning, by becoming a student, by feeding all of that, you are so much 10 steps ahead than anybody else. What motivates me is the fact that I want to keep my family safe. I want to keep my mom and my dad safe, and I want them to have the happiest life. But motivation and key is myself. I am my own motivation, and so I know for a fact once I hit a high, which I've been hitting highs, I could help everyone else, and I could control what's around me. The fact that I know what is good, what is bad, what to do, really, really propels me to keep doing what I'm doing. What's your dream car? Since I've been a young girl, I really, really don't care much about cars. I feel that cars are used by people that don't have that high self-esteem to cover their ego, right? So I feel like cars, for some people, they use it in the wrong way. Honestly, my dream car, I mean, talking about not making it like the most important thing in the world would be a Jeep, a 4x4. But it's not my focus because I don't like the way that it's sometimes used. You know, the most important thing is that you have to focus is within yourself and building yourself up. And dream car, I don't dream about cars. I dream about my future. Do you prefer traveling alone or with a group? So I've always traveled alone. I love traveling alone. But within a group, it would be a group of people that obviously we would all share this similar likes. So I would love to travel within a group. I traveled within a group to conferences, but never like a vacation. That is something I need to do. And I know for a fact I would have a lot of fun. So if I were to compare with myself and a group, depends on the type of mood that I'm at. So if I need to reflect and I need some time alone, of course, alone. I love being alone. But if I want to have an amazing, great time, I bet with a group, I would have a great time. What pets did you have while you were growing up? So I had a French poodle while growing up, and she was extremely smart. She lasted for 16 years, so I had her for quite some time, and I love her to death. I don't think my life would be the same without my dog. So I now have 2 dogs, and I think dogs are the best little creatures in the world. They provide so much infinite love, unconditional love, and they truly could tell you what kind of energy each person carries. So it's always good to have a dog with you because they're not only protective, but they teach you about love and about energy, and most of all about how you are so much valued, because without yourself, you know, they look up to you. So they're like my little babies. What did you want to be when you were small? Since I was small, I always knew I had a purpose in life. I never focused on a job position because I don't consider my goal like as a job position or a career. I never looked at it that way, but I knew for a fact I always wanted to be an influencer. I always wanted to impact others. I always wanted to change lives. And most of all, I always wanted to help others succeed in life, help others become a better person. So I've always since little knew for a fact that I had that in myself, that I've wanted to make a change in this world, cause a print in this world. So that's the way I saw myself as a little girl. I've always been very close to God. I always prayed to God. I've always been very close to my family. And so I've always been raised with that love, right? But really fear took over since a young child because of a lot of things that I just wasn't aware of. So that kind of took a step in, and I feel that that's what really delayed me into becoming the person I am today, because fear was one of them, and low self-esteem that no longer exists in my life. That's why you have to learn how to truly love yourself and be at peace within yourself, and not let false evidence appearing real take over your life, because fear is not real, faith is. So you have a choice between faith and fear. I choose faith 100% all the time, and I know for a fact the good always wins. Evil does not win. Evil is there to show you the ways that you could become a better person. Always use evil, always use the bad for your benefit, for the good. And so evil cannot exist without good. Just like night and dark, night and day, dark and light. So that's exactly what I've always been in my thought. Even before social media came out, I always had that in my mind. So, and and I love being a visionary. I love to create. I love to make things happen. I love to spark things. I love to give ideas. So as a young child, I've always been very creative. I've always been much of a daydreamer. I've always been thinking outside the box. I was always the weird kid. I was always the quiet one. And I've really always had my strong ideas that not a lot of people thought just like myself, so I kept them to myself. And I've never been ashamed of it, because I knew for a fact I don't like the quote unquote normal life. I love to explore life. I love to see life in a different way. I'm not the usual person that finds the pleasures in the regular things. There are a lot more things in life that are very pleasurable, just like your mindset and actually learning how to use all 100% of your potential abilities, not only your 10%. So you know, I was very fortunate to find people that are into a lot of things, not only in your typical drink and go out type of mode, but also in like reading books and being in touch with your higher being, and being in touch with what is energy, what is vibration, what is frequency. Like, this truly fills my heart, you know. And this is like, some of these things are not normal in life because everybody is in the box. I feel much of it so, because I've seen it with my eyes that when I do put out there things, not a lot of people respond, because I'm looking for those top people, those top strong people, and not only for business but also for connection, for relating to that person, for building something that is bigger than what I know currently right now. So with that being said, I guess those questions were amazing. Those questions were pretty incredible. I really appreciate each and every one of you for asking those questions. I hope I haven't offended anyone. It's just my way of thinking. I don't think I am your usual kind of woman, but you know, I accept it and I love it, and I appreciate and love each and every one of you that is different, that could respond, that has different types of ideas, and really put out there something that is going to impact the world in a very positive way, and is going to create momentum for something amazing to happen. So with that being said, I do appreciate each and every one of you. I hope you have enjoyed this video and it has helped you in some major way. Much love, guys. I'll see you soon. Hello everyone, hope everyone's having a marvelous day. As promised, I put a poll as to what questions you would ask me, ask any questions, and I got a few great questions, and so I wanted to share their I don't know, I feel sad.